Hello, I'm Rich Dean with West Coast Collector Cars in Oregon, and today I have a very nice 1937 Ford Sedan Deluxe to show you. Now, the Ford Sedan Deluxe was kind of the top dog in 1937, so this was about as nice of a car as you could buy, at least from Ford. But there's some nice upgrades to this car. It's an excellent running and driving car. Surprised, it really does. It drives nice, and it still has an original flathead V8 in it, which runs great. But I'm going to show you all that, take you around the car, and show you some of its attributes. So let's start with the paint. This is Bright Coach Maroon. That was the original color for the car. Of course, it's been repainted, and it appears to be a base clear. There's a little bit of metallic in it. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera or not, but the paint's probably been on here at least 20 years, and it shines very nicely. It looks very nice, but there's a couple little areas that I'll show you here that you'll kind of see what I mean, you know, in terms of when you get to a paint of this age. But running boards are nice. It's just, you've got this nice little kind of a bright orange pinstripe where you may or may not notice it if I hadn't pointed it out, but you know, just kind of breaks up the character line a little bit. You've got white wall. These are bias plies, original hubcaps and trim rings, showing that it's the V8. The chrome is very nice on the car. The bumpers and your chrome appointments here and so forth, all very nice. Dual exhaust, which is kind of neat. You wouldn't have had that in 1937, but you have it now, and of course on the flathead, the dual exhaust sounds great. I'll show you the trunk here. It's nothing to get too excited about, nothing much going on in here. You got a spare, and believe it or not, this board is supposed to be there. That's how they were. So the surround is black and it's carpeted here. It's a nice condition. This is an original Oregon license plate for 1937. So if you live in Oregon, you could register this as a special interest and keep that plate on there, and you just pay the one time and you're done. None of this every 2 year, every year stuff. I'll take you inside the interior. As you notice, the back doors on these, they were a suicide door, but really it makes it nice for entering the car. It's finished off in this original style, kind of a mohair cloth interior. Very nice, beautiful condition. The carpets are kind of this nice deeper tobacco color. These are footrests here for your back passenger, and you've got, of course, this has more room than most new cars today. All the original gauges work. The odometer works, the speedometer works, the clock doesn't work, and the radio does not work, but they're all there and they're intact. And the dash and so forth, and its appointments, which is kind of a faux wood, looks great. And yeah, it looks very nice with the car. This car does, you see down below there, that's a heater, and it does work. Original 3-speed transmission on the floor. That's how they were. One of the upgrades that this car does have is hydraulic brakes. Originally, you know, in 1937, you would have had mechanical brakes. Hydraulic brakes for Ford didn't come out until 1939, but this one has been moved over to hydraulic brakes, so of course that's always a plus. You know, we want that. But this thing just starts and runs so nice. One of its better qualities really is the way it drives. I was surprised at how nice it goes down the road. Now, this one also has turn signals that someone's installed here. You wouldn't have had this in 1937, but you know, it makes it more roadable and more usable. The windows all roll up and down nicely. I'll show you this. Notice how it just rolls nice, and then when it just rolls straight up, but then when you get to the top, you see this gap here, and as you keep rolling, it goes to the side and slides. And the reason for that, I've probably mentioned this before in other videos, but when you start to open the window, you just have this little side area, and that was for smoking. So good deal if you were a smoker. If you were a non-smoker, I guess it wouldn't matter. In today's world, most of us, I guess don't smoke, but if you did, you wouldn't have to roll the window down all the way. Kind of a neat feature. Doors close nice, shut lines are nice, they close easy. You know, this is an all metal car, all metal. Take you inside the engine compartment here to show you that little V8. Now, these actually produced about 85 horsepower, and this engine in particular has been completely rebuilt, and it just runs super nice. These flatheads, boy, when they run good. Does not overheat. It is still on the 6-volt system. It has not been switched over to 12-volt, so all your gauges and so forth are going to function properly. Up front here, you know, you got this nice original grille, and this is correct, this Ford emblem here. And of course, you know, these were added later on. These are turn signals, and again, nice chrome bumper and so forth. Turn the emblem, and that tightens your hood down. You got electric windshield wipers, and they do work too, I should mention that. So what I'd like to do now is I'll just hop in the car and I'll start it up and hear it run, and I'll just take it for a little drive around the parking lot so you can kind of get a sense of it moving under its own power. But one of the finer attributes of this car is just really the way it drives. I was surprised. It goes down the road nice and true. Brakes work good. It shifts nice and easy. Yeah, it's a neat little car. Another thing that's kind of surprising is the steering radius on this. I mean, man, you can almost turn twice inside this parking lot. It's got an amazing steering radius. Also, your headlights and so forth, they're on the steering column. Here you can see it's got a horn that works. You just turn this and that turns your lights on. Banjo style steering wheel in excellent shape. This is a nice little car, and this is a car you can drive. You know, you don't want to trailer this thing around. You want to drive this, and you know, it'll keep up on the road. It's definitely roadworthy. It's been on a few little, you know, road trips here and there. So, you know, I always like that. You know, stuff you can actually use. So, yeah. But if I can answer any further questions for you about this 37 sedan, don't hesitate to give me a call. Might have you go to the website westcoastcollectorcars.com, where you'll see pictures of the undercarriage and so forth. It's not detailed under there, you know, it's not all show pretty or anything, but the important thing is there's no rust under there. The floor pans, the rocker moldings, the frame and so forth, no rust. Very nice, very solid little car. But at any rate, again, my name is Rich Dean, and my number is 503-851 6763, and thank you for watching today.